interrupt me. This is going to be really bad.
Takes, man.
It's going to be horrible, but you cannot interrupt. Okay, so this is what I understand about football. Okay, so football is a game that should really only take about an hour, but instead it takes like 8 hours to play. Because there's each part of the game, there's halves, of course, and then there's like halftime. But there's like different quarters. So a quarter is only like 15 minutes. But there's like all these fucking timeouts and flags and shit that they throw at it. So it goes way longer. So like somebody gets on there and they're like, green light, and then they run and they're like, oh, here's a flag, you gotta stop. And then they stop there and then people are talking about the referees. And then they have downs. So downs, there's like this big yellow thing that follows it down. And that's where the ball falls on the ground. Sometimes somebody gets knocked over and they go like out of bounds and then there's a down. But sometimes they just drop the ball, or sometimes they're stupid and they run the wrong way. But that's what a down is. So you get 4 of these, and you have to try and go all the way to the other side. I don't know what happens why you can't have 5. I guess maybe if you get to 4, you just have to go. Just go run. So at the very end, once you get to the edge, I told you can't interrupt.
I'm not.
Oh, okay. So at the very end, then there's a goal, and you used to be able to do like cool dances and stuff to be like, yeah, bitches, I won. But you can't do that anymore because they outlawed it. So when you get to the end, you like spike the ball on the ground, and then you're done. Okay, so then your team starts at the very end, and then they have to try and get all the way to the other side in this 4 downs thing. So then they have this dude come over, and all he does is kick the ball. So he comes over, and he kicks the ball, and then somebody catches it, and then they have to run the other way, and then you have to stop them, and then this is where it starts again. But there's all these flags, and then there's different like positions and all kinds of weird things. So there's like the linebacker dudes, and all they do is they're just like, whoo, like big guys, and they're just like moving mountains or like giant potato men. Like they're there. They're supposed to stop the guys from going through from going through their line. And then there's the quarterback. He catches the ball and he throws it. That's what he does. They're really important. I don't really understand why, because all he does is catches the ball and he throws it. But actually in the beginning, before they start, he does the hike thing. So he like yells out numbers, which supposedly means something, and then he throws the ball. And then somebody else catches it. There's like receivers and shit too. I don't know what that is. They like grab stuff, I guess because they're receiving things, and they have to run. But they're not the quarterback, which is why I don't understand. So they go this way, and the quarterback goes that way. What did I miss?
How many quarterbacks are on the field at a time?
2! Each team has a quarterback, and they're like goalies or something. They're not really like goalies, but there's 2! And they're on the field at the same time, and they're like, they have to make sure that the other dude doesn't get the ball, but everybody wants to be the quarterback because it's cool. Like, ever since high school, you always want to be the quarterback, right? Unless you're a cheerleader, because then you want to date the quarterback, so then you want to have the quarterback. Oh, and then there's halftime. So halftime, everybody goes, like, into their respective locker rooms, and the coaches, like, try and, like, tell them, like, either how good they're doing or how badly they suck. And then meanwhile, there's cheerleaders, and they do dances, or sometimes you see Janet Jackson's nipple. That was interesting. And then that's about it for halftime. And then the game starts again, but it's like you have to try and hurry because they need to hurry up and throw down all these little flags, and they mean different things. There's like a red one, and that means like stop or like bad foul or something. There's yellow one, which is kind of like a warning, like a yellow light, like you slow down. But those are the only 2 colors. But they also have timeouts. So they can like do it. They can do like a flag, and they can do a timeout, and they can do another flag, and they can do another timeout, and they just keep doing it until finally the game is over after like a fucking day. I think I got it all.